Caesar, what are you doing?
Hi, Mom. I'm just playing with this cat. I gave him a Pop-Tart to eat.
Huh? Where'd you get the cat, Caesar?
Oh, I found him in the backyard, digging tunnels under the fences.
Oh, okay. I need you to make me some cookies.
Oh, Mom, can I just play with this cat?
No, I need cookies. Get making those cookies now.
Hello and welcome to Caesar's Snack Sandwich. Today we're on Fantom again, one more time. I'm talking about the Fantom wallet and this DeFi section here. So I've already talked about how to get money in, how to deposit your FTM tokens into Fantom. The other day I did a video on how to stake your FTM tokens and choose a node to stake with. And then also how to mint these as fMint, which is equals basically staked fMint. So if you want to watch that, you can ask Grandma up here. Grandma will tell you how to do it. Okay, so today I'm going to go into the DeFi section here and talk about what are the things going on inside there. So there are three sections in the DeFi section. There is fMint, fSwap, and fLend. Now, as you can see, it's coming soon. So I don't know a whole lot about this, but I do understand that it's going to be basically these tokens here up for lend, and people can borrow them to use them. So now not only people, but mostly probably protocols will borrow them, like flash loans and stuff like that. Okay, so there's a way to gain some interest on the synthetic assets that you mint. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about is fSwap. So let's go in there first. So when you go into fSwap, you get two things. You get basically swap this for that or this for that, right? So basically there's only two. So it's basically a wrapper right now of FTMs to WFTM, which is like wrapped FTM. Now FTM is basically the kind of the gas token, and wrapped WFTM is basically the DeFi token. Okay, so this is all you can do in here for now, but it does say here that you'll be able to trade for other things as well. So I assume when a lot of liquidity gets put into minted, then they will start to add this liquidity to the swap here, and you can use this for swapping. Now the next section here is fMint. Now this is what I'm going to dive into deep today and talk about the little features in here, how to do this, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so let's go inside. So fMint is basically you want to use your WFMT or your SFMT to mint some synthetic tokens. Okay, so this is something that's quite special about this. These are tokens that I have currently staked to secure the node, and I'm allowed to use them to mint synths. So they call this liquid staking, okay, which to me is very interesting. It's very new. I think I haven't heard of any other protocols that are allowing you to do this. So use a staked token to actually play with DeFi. So pull the value out and use it in DeFi. Okay, so this basically tells you how much you have locked right now, which I have 4,000 FTM, Fantom tokens, and this is the current price of the Fantom token, or the W Fantom token, right? Now, these are the synths that I've minted, and this is these are the ones that I'm able to mint, and this is what I've minted, and then here are some rewards that I can get for doing so. Now, the reason why there are rewards here is because they just want people to mint. They just want to bring liquidity, and it's basically rewarding for total value locked and some minting of these tokens. Now there is some fees, so maybe some of the fees are getting put into here as well. So first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to lock collateral, and in order to lock the collateral, we'll go through it. So you lock the collateral, and then you can mint the synths based on what you've locked. So go inside here. Now you have a choice which token you would like to lock. Now I don't have very many of these, so I'm not going to bother, but I do have some of these. So I'm going to mint this. So I'm going to lock these. So how much do you want to lock? Now it doesn't really matter how much you lock. You could lock 50%, whatever. It's basically just depositing it into the collateral. So I'm going to lock all of it because might as well, and I can take it out later. It's going to do nothing otherwise. It's just going to sit in my wallet. So I might as well let it sit in this contract. Okay, so you submit, and are you sure you want to do this? And I say yes. I wait, and I get my MetaMask pop up. You'll notice that I've changed over to MetaMask, which is quite easy. But anyhow, so then the next step, and submit it. So they like to confirm things on this protocol. I'm not exactly sure why, but there's a lot of confirmation. And okay, and now it is almost done. Close. As you can see, it's quite fast, quite easy. Now, as you can see, available balance, I have none. I've locked them all in here. So now I can use some of this locked collateral to mint now. Okay, so we will go back to DeFi here. Now, if anytime I want, I could just go in here. So if I wanted to actually try to like unlock my collateral, you see that the C ratio bar is going down quite a bit, and it actually doesn't allow me to unlock all of the value that I have. I have a locked balance of 2,980, and I can only unlock this much because it will take my collateral ratio down to 300. It can never go below 300%. There's no actual liquidation in this protocol or in this feature or whatever you want to call this in this wallet. It just basically locks you in. If you go down to 300, then you can't take any more. You have to pay off your synths in order to free up the C ratio in order to pull out your SFM. Okay, so let's go back to DeFi here, back to Mint, and let's talk about here minting Synths. So this is kind of complicated, so I'm going to go kind of slow and make sure you understand everything clearly. So first thing you want to do is you want to choose the synth you want to mint. I'm going to mint FUSD, and I'll explain to you why I've decided to do this instead of these other tokens. I have done some BTC already, but I'll explain to you why right now this is a better choice in a second. So how much am I going to mint? You're going to want to mint it so that it goes down to about 530 collateral ratio. You don't want to go too much, because if you go all the way, as you can see, that's the max. You're right at the risk factor, right? So you don't want to do that, and you don't want to do too little, otherwise what's the point, right? So you want to mint I'm going to go to about 530. 533 is good enough. So 94. So I should be able to mint this much, but there is a transaction fee of 0.5%, and it's costing me 74 cents. So I need to remember that I have to pay 74 of this token. So if I were to mint something else, right, like BTC, well, let's do something I haven't done, band. So if I were to mint these, you see, then I'm going to be losing this much band, right? So you have to keep this number in mind, because it's kind of important in the future. Okay, so I'll go back to FUSD, and I'm going to mint till I get to about 530-ish, so 532, and I remember I need 75 cents. Okay, so just remember 75 cents. Then I submit, and I submit that, submit, I wait for my pop-up, and I say okay, confirm, and wait for the transaction. Good. And done. So now I have minted it. As you can see, I have some assets. If I go to my wallet here and I go to assets, I now have some 149 FUSD. Now remember, it cost me 75 cents, right? So I'm currently, if I want to unstake, if I want to unmint these tokens in order to get back my SFMT. So if I want my SFMT, I need these in order to unstake in the node, right? So how do I get these back? I have to unlock the collateral, right? And if I wanted to unlock the collateral, I'd need to repay some of my synths. So right now I'm currently owing. I currently don't have enough FUSD or BTC to pay back all of what I owe. So I want to get back some of these tokens. So the best way you can do it is you can go to FUNI, and you can, use your WFTM to buy some FUSD. So I said I needed 75 cents, right? I'm going to put 80 just to play it safe, and press OK, and next, and OK, and all done, and submit. So I've got 80 cents of 80 more cents. Now I currently do have enough available FSUSD to pay back what I borrowed. As you can see, I have 75 extra. I have 5 extra cents, right? So I have extra in order so I could pay this back, and I could unmint these tokens. I need 150 and 70 cents, but I have 150 and 75 cents. Now, as you can see with my WBTC, it's hard to see because there's not enough decimal places, but I don't have enough. I know I don't have enough, because if you go to FUNI, currently there's only FUSD, so I did not buy the BTC that I need to pay that fee. So I didn't use WFTM to pay for that. So that's kind of a small problem that this protocol currently has. But as you know, in the future, as soon as I, if I were to put that BTC in here and lend it out, I would quickly get back that small portion of the fee, hopefully, or, I could use it some other way, like in another yield farm that comes out in the future, or I can wait for this to have liquidity, right? And once this has liquidity, then I could borrow, I could buy some more and cover that small loss, right? Okay, so let's talk about these rewards here in the fMint, okay? So currently there are estimated pending and stashed rewards. Stashed rewards are rewards that are always going to be yours. You've earned these rewards and they will not take them away from you. However, pending rewards here are rewards that could be lost if your collateral ratio were to fall below the 500 point. Now, if it goes down to 300, remember, then it locks all your SFTM tokens. So you want to keep it up above 500, and that's why I said, keep it around 530 or even higher, right? Because you're going to then lose these temporary rewards. These are rewards depending on the fact that you keep it healthy. If it goes down in between these two dots, you will lose these, but you will always have these ones. Now, there is no, like I said, there's no liquidation, so you're pretty much safe. You just, your stuff gets locked inside here. Now, the other thing I would like to show you is basically there's an explanation here. I'll put a link to this in the description below. And it basically says that, if you keep your C ratio above 500, then you gain 6% in WFTM rewards. That's basically, 6% of you're locked into Synths. So that's pretty good, 6%. And if your collateral ratio goes between 300 and 500, you won't gain any rewards and you lose your pending rewards. And below 300, then your collateral will be locked until you bring it back up above 300, and there will be no liquidations. So this is very good, actually. So there's a little bit of trailblazing going on here. I'm kind of going in early in the hopes that, I enjoy it and so forth. Now, I can always repay them quite cheaply. The gas is quite low, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I just have to worry about the fact that I've minted this and I can't actually pay it all off. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And that's it. Goodbye.